Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever this message may find you. It's your girl, G's Louise, back with another message. I wanted to touch bases with you guys. I miss y'all. I want to talk about lies. And the reason why I want to talk about that, because I want us to focus in on why people lie to us. You know, they say, a lot of people might say, like, we make people lie to us. Okay? On a job or a romantic relationship, your kids, why do people lie? Why do people lie? People lie because, for many reasons. But the main reason is because they don't want to tell you the truth, right? That's the main reason. The main reason is they don't want to tell you the truth. And their reasons for not telling you the truth is mainly because they're worried about your response or your outcome, or how you're going to react to whatever the truth is, right? So they tell you a lie. They tell you something in hopes that it's going to get them the results that they're looking for, right? So, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? But the main thing, what I wanted to get on here and say is that we need to really pay attention to the energy, and we need to make sure that we're not staying in places that don't matter too long. Okay? And when I say that, I mean, like, it can be a waste of time to talk about the lie, why they lied, all that. Honestly, if you pay attention to what's really going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really happening? The energies aren't matching. And then the reason why the energies aren't matching is because something is throwing one or the other off, right? In whatever situation. It's causing that person to have one person to go this way and the other person to go this way. And instead of just being able to recognize that and own and accept it, we come up with all these things, lies, and, which it's human nature. I mean, I can't tell you I've never told a lie. I have. However, I don't personally make that a habit. Like, I don't sit around and come up with lies to tell. If I feel like I need to do that, then it's kind of like I don't need to be in this situation. I might need to rethink this whole thing, whatever it is. But when you're in business or jobs or situations where you feel like you have to tell a lie, it's mainly because you don't feel like the outcome will be in your favor if you tell the truth. But there's one thing that I can say. Out of all the situations we can bring up, out of all the situations that we can use, the truth always sets you free. You even lie to yourself so you can make yourself feel better about a thing or a situation. If you be honest with yourself, it makes it easier for you to be honest with other people, places, and things. And I'm saying that because, and I'm trying to simplify that because for me, I had to do that in my mind. If I'm true to myself and I'm honest with myself, then I can be honest with others with no problem. Because there's been many times that I've lied to myself and I'm saying, hey, oh, this feels good, or this is what I want. But that's not really what I want. I'm just saying it because I'm in it, or it might be I'm too deep. How many times, ladies, you done been in a relationship with a dude, or you've been dealing with somebody and you're like trying to make it work, so you start lying to yourself. Then you lying to yourself, and then you lying to him too, because technically you're not really happy. I've even said that I'm happy with someone that I knew that I was. I'm like, that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? That was a lie. But I was feeding myself that, saying that to myself, I guess in hopes that there would be a different outcome from what was actually happening. That's why we need to pay attention to what is actually happening. What is the energy that we're feeling right now? What's actually happening there? You're in a marriage with children in a house, right? And you both have money. Let's just say that. This is like, the truth about it is you're living a lie in a sense, because technically you're supposed to be happy, right? So you're telling yourself, I'm happy. This is what you're telling yourself. But are you happy? I love to reference Will Smith. He's amazing to me. Everybody needs to go read his book. I'm reading it. But if you truly are happy doing something, then it shows. It's just simple as that. If you're not happy doing a place, a thing, it's going to show. So technically it's a lie. You lying to yourself. You lying to the people when you say you're happy. If you're really not happy, you're just saying that because that's what you think that it's supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to be happy if you have a house and cars and nice, and money and a woman or whatever, or a family. You're supposed to be happy, right? So that's what somebody else told you, right? Or society told you that. I don't know if you guys are anybody's familiar with psychedelics, right? I am very interested in them, okay? Because they were taken out of our out of the system, the pharmaceutical system. You could go watch Pharmaceuticals Explained on Netflix, and it'll tell you everything you need to know in regards to, even though scientifically and spiritually, because they're one thing, but the world we live in, they separate them. But there's this guy that started a life advancement center in Rhythmia that I really, really, really am interested in going to visit. But his story is what intrigues me the most, and that's what makes me want to go there. Normally, when we buy into a product or place, or as a consumer, it's because of the story behind it, because we're able to connect. Something in us or something about us connects with that. So that's what makes us want to do these things. Anyway, the story behind the Rhythmia Advancement Center, it intrigues me so much that I want to go. So I'm utilizing his story as a reference because, there's two of us. And you could live a lie, your whole life and die like that. And I'm going to reference him because this experience that he had is exactly in alignment with what I'm saying, where he had obtained, this man, the owner of Rhythmia, I forgot his name, forgive me, really bad with names, but I connect to what I connect to. Sometimes your name just don't stick, it don't resonate. But his name is Jerry. That's his name, Jerry. But he had sought out and obtained everything that he thought was life, everything that he thought was happiness. You know, he had businesses, he bought and sold them. He was very wealthy. He had several houses. He had a wife, a mistress, and a girlfriend, kids. You know, everything that a man thinks that he wants. Because as we all know, ladies, men don't know what they want half the time. Okay? And most of the time, it's in direct proportion with what they see, their visual being. So it's attraction. But beyond that, they don't know what they want. They just think they know. They go off, and it's, you know, it's women too. I'm not just saying men, but a lot of men are very iffy on what I feel like what they want, what they say they want. So they'll say they want this, and then you got the energy doing something else. Their actions are saying something different from what their words are saying. It's been like this forever. So, he had all these things. You know, he made it, and he was making a lot of money. He said, like, look, I got everything that society says is going to make me a happy person. But I'm fucking unhappy. I'm a drug addict. I'm on cocaine. I'm nasty to people. I don't value people. I'm mean to the people that work for me. I treat everybody like they're beneath me. He was just a messed up individual. He said it didn't get more messed up than me. That's what he said. So it's like, he's like, man, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill myself. He wanted to kill himself like a couple times. So this particular time, he came in contact with a lady, and the lady suggested that he goes and he tries ayahuasca, which is a plant medicine that they utilize. It's a psychedelic, and what it does is it kind of takes the ego out. So you're like at one, you know, and your perception, you look at things differently when you're on psychedelics. Like all the little hang-ups, the little belief systems, all the little blockage doors, perception doors that you come up with over your lifespan, and as you're growing and evolving and becoming who you are, there's doors that you put up, like, oh, this door, and these are little things that make up you, but they're superficial. Half of them are not even real. These doors can be opened by you just changing your mind, a flick of a switch. So anywho, the man goes and does the ayahuasca. I need to watch it. It's I don't know his last name, but it's the Rhythmia story. The man that owns Rhythmia, his name is, I'll put the link in the description box. But he's amazing. But my point is, he was fucked up and he was unhappy. He was living a lie. This man took the ayahuasca, did an ayahuasca ceremony, and literally he was able to see things for what they are. He was able to, his whole mind, his paradigm did a whole shift. And that is like the goal when you're trying to do life advancement, or you're trying to enhance who you are or be a better person, or you're trying to evolve into your purpose. Honestly, what it is, it takes a paradigm shift. A shift in all that shit that you believe, and all your belief systems that you've accumulated, all that subconscious shit, your program that just runs without you even trying to, you don't even have to conduct it. It's a program that is being ran, which is your subconscious. Your conscious mind can say, I don't want to smoke cigarettes today. And your subconscious is like, hell, you ain't. You finna smoke because you smoke every day. That's the program. Your program to grab a cigarette, light it, smoke. It's your program to, you can breathe without even trying. You don't think about breathing. You just breathe. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I said all that to say, he went through that process, that ceremony, and it changed his life forever. From one day. And people say, oh, that's a crock of shit. Like, yeah, right. You can't just change years and shit in one day. Well, he did. So, I mean, there are people that are closed-minded that don't want to open up to possibilities beyond what they know or believe. And I understand that. However, if you stay like that, you're going to stay in the same place, whatever that is. And if you're okay with staying in that place, then by all means, keep doing that. But if you know that you need a change and you need to do something different, a drastic change, if you are tired of being fucking sick, or you tired of being hurt, or you're tired of your heart getting broke, are you tired of repeating cycles? Are you tired of being addicted to drugs and alcohol? Are you tired of being addicted to toxic relationships? Are you tired of getting fucking burnt? Are you tired? How tired are you? Is the question. Have you hit rock bottom? No. Some of you haven't. And those are the motherfuckers that ain't ready to make those transitions. And you can't make them be ready. Nobody can make somebody be ready. You're not in control. But what you are is you're living a lie. And when you don't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. That's why I just watch people. I just look at them. And a lot of times they think that they're getting over, which I don't think they set out to get over, but they're getting over on their own self. So why would I think that they ain't gonna try to get over on me? This lie that they live. The lie that they tell themselves every day. That we live. Listen, I have chose other people over myself many times. That is, when I say I love myself, that's a lie. If I put all these people ahead of my needs and the betterment of me, the things that I need to be better, the things that I need to grow and to, stand in my power. Explain to me, y'all, how am I being true to myself if I'm allowing other people to come into my life and knock me off of my self-loving path, my things that are that are my truths? If these people that come into your life are not in alignment with what you say that you are, or the things that you feel, and I'm talking about to your core, in your soul, because you do things all the time that don't feel good to you, that are not exactly in alignment. I'm not talking about work hard. Like, yeah, you got to work to get through things that you don't want to do to get where you want to be. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about the spiritual aspect of your soul, your spirit. Excuse me. You have an alignment there and if people are not, meeting you there, that means that's all, you're not in the same place. So then you start to fool with this person and indulge in whatever it is that they're presenting to you, and you're just like getting off track because you know that this is not in alignment with whatever it is. So now you're lying to yourself. I mean, we all lie, like I said, and we lie. Humans lie because they want a different outcome. Like thieves, they steal because they're trying to get away with something. They don't want to tell you what they're doing. A lie do not care who tells it, okay? And people, they get caught up in these lies and live in these lies, and it's just like, but really you hurting yourself. I mean, you hurt people along the way too. But that's why I like Love Dorsey, because she teaches us to really, shout out to her, she teaches us to really stand in our truth. Honestly. And she teaches us to be real with ourselves over another motherfucker. Because honestly, people are going to be people. You can't control nothing but you. That's it. You can't control your children, nothing. I'm talking about you literally have to take accountability. Like, okay, this person, oh, but he lied to me. But you knew he was lying to you, and you kept fucking with him. You knew that. You just wanted to see how long you want to. It's like an ego. You want to just like, oh, let me just see. You know he's lying. You know he's lying. Stop it. Just let's stop it. Pay attention to the energy. Let's forget about the words, because at the end of the day, the words are lies. These are all lies being told. All these are lies being told. Whether it's you lying to yourself or they're lying to you. Chlorophyll. So all I'm saying is, family, is that women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. So, pay attention to the energy, the frequency. The energy will drive you apart from somebody that you don't need to be around. Like, it will happen just like that. Whether it's it doesn't mean that they're bad people or you gotta fall out with them and they all kind of bullshit bitches and hoes and shit like that. Us as black people too, we think just because something is not in alignment with us, or we not seeing eye to eye and we're disagreeing about some shit, we think we gotta fall all the way out and call niggas out on all the shit that we know about them and make them feel like shit. And it's like, yeah, the ego side of you would love to do that. You would love to just be like, you motherfucker, I know all you goddamn secrets. You know what I'm saying? You would love to do that. You would love to go down the list about all the shit. If they was a killer, a raper, a rapist, they lie about kids and whatever the fuck about them. But if you love doesn't do that. Love allows. It's like God gives us free will. He loves us. But he gives us free will. And, if that shit don't go according to his plan, he gonna make the moves that according to what needs to be done. But at the end of the day, the longer you stay in the lie, the further and further you get from your pure happiness. And your pure happiness is not as much work as you think. The smallest things can make you happy. The smallest, the energy of someone else that's in alignment with you, you can feel like fireworks is going off and it's nothing happening. Have you ever just been in the presence of somebody that just makes you, it's the alignment. It's the alignment of the energies. It's the alignment with the purpose. Like when you are starting to walk in your purpose, that feeling is so liberating. It's unbelievable. And when we waste all these energies and time on all the lies that's being told, all the things that we don't like that's not happening the way we want them to happen, all of that shit really does not matter. I had to learn that the hard way. I am still learning how to implement it in my everyday life, in my everyday situations, that these things don't matter. Pay attention to the energy and just that's it. If this is happening this way, this is how it's happening. You can't talk and lie your way to make it go another way. This is just the way it's going. And the longer you go against that tide, like I said, the further and further you get away from your pure happiness. I'm talking about pure happiness. Not that you went and bought a Birkin bag. Not that your husband decked your whole house out with roses. Not that. Okay? I'm talking simply about that pure happiness, that state of pure content, of you just feeling so good. And guess what? That doesn't come from another person. As much as you would like to think. What it is you feeling that feeling on your own. You finding that within on your own, and you being able to share it with somebody else that's doing the same exact thing, which is finding it on their own in alignment. So now you two are in alignment because both of you are on the same frequency. You're not in the lie. I told my sister that. Everything's fine. You're not in a lie. You're not living a lie. No money can buy pure happiness. And pure happiness can only be found within, when you are in alignment with Source. Because Source isn't the lie. He's the truth. He, she, it, the truth. And if you lie to yourself, you're lying. That's not the truth. You're not in alignment. You can't lie and be in alignment with truth. You can't. It doesn't go together. It's in fucking possible. So let me get back to referencing Jerry's story. Jerry is two of us. Jerry went on the ayahuasca trip. I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to put the link in the description box. Also, check out True Merch if you know, anything down there that, and also, Dear Pisces, I want you to check out that channel. If you're a cross watcher, if you got a Pisces in your life, we over there is where we keep it real and just be ourselves. Pisces world. It's Pisces world over there. So please like, share, and subscribe. Anyway, I'm going to just reference Jerry, and I'm about to get out of here because it's too long. But Jerry figured out through his ayahuasca trip, he went on a trip. So the moon, basically the moon was his guide, and the shaman was talking to him, but he couldn't see the shaman. The shaman was in the flesh. He's the man. But you got, the moon is what he sees, and the moon is talking to him. The moon, he's like, man, I just want to, I want to know why I'm so angry, why I'm so messed up, whatever you want to know, you just figure it out. So he's talking to the moon. The moon takes his heart out, and his heart was black. And he's like looking at his heart like, it was disgusting. So the moon has hands now. This is the great thing about dimensions and when you go on trips. And trips mean, psychedelic trips. These things happen, but you like, what? Like, what the hell? Y'all probably thinking like, what the hell you mean the moon was talking to him? It was happening. It's just like when you're in a dream and you wake up and you're like, what the hell? How did that happen? Because you were in a different dimension. But anyway, nobody wants to believe that, but that's fine. Okay, so come over here. The moon is talking to him. He got hands. The moon, is a she. So she's like washing his heart off, and the heart turns back red. So she gives him the heart back, and she's like, here. So as soon as he gets the heart back, and he stumbles across this when he's telling the story, and he cries actually, because you got to think the pain. Y'all know the pain. You want to know what is wrong with me. Because no matter how many people you attract that's fucking you over, you got to remember, you're the common denominator. You're attracting these motherfuckers. Wherever you're at in life, that's what you attracted. Like, I attract niggas that's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm working to get both my feet in. So I need to be around people that's got both their feet in. You feel me? So the man is like, I'm so miserable. I don't want to do this no more. I just want my heart to be back. She's like, so as soon as she gives him the heart back, the heart goes back black. So he's disgusted. He don't want to put the heart back in him because he's like, I can't. She was like, you don't have to go get your soul. So he like, what? He don't know where his soul at. So they like, so all of a sudden he traveled. He knew where he was. He didn't know, but then he was like his a higher intelligence told him to go to his old house in Malibu. So he goes to his house, he's looking in the window, and he's tapping on the window, but he sees himself, his other self, his soul. So there's two of us. And that's why I was telling you about lining up with Source, because the other one is like, bruh, I'm not lying. Bruh, I'm not doing that. I'm not eating that. And you like, whatever. And you not listening. It's two paradigms. There's the subconscious and the conscious mind. So you're not listening. So he knocking on the door trying to get the soul. He like, bro, and will you talk to me? And the soul like, shh. So he like, please, will you talk? He telling the moon he ain't talking to me. So the moon is like, okay, make him talk to you. Just talk to him. And he's just like, I'm trying to get better. My heart. And he's just telling him the whole story. And the dude, Jerry, was like, why should I help you? You lie to me all the time. You don't do right. You're a bad person. I don't want to be a part of you. I don't want to fool with you. So Jerry's like, the bad Jerry's like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. He said, okay, I'll help you. He said, but this is what you're going to have to do. Any decisions that we go through, have to make in life, we make them together. And if we disagree, you have to do what I say. You have to go my way, even if you don't agree. Jerry said, all right, cool. I'm with it. I'm going to do it because I am tired of being miserable. Because if whatever I'm doing is making me this miserable, I don't want to do this shit no more. This is the wrong way. I need to do it this way, another way, a different way. Because the way that I've been doing it is completely wrong. And I know that because I'm unhappy. And I got all the money in the world. I got everything that a person would think that I'm supposed to have and to be happy. I have it. But I don't have happiness. Jerry agreed. Moon gave him his heart back. It was red. He woke up from the ayahuasca trip. His life has changed forever. You think it's bullshit? Call me bluff. Check the links in the description box. That's what you do. This really happened. This is a true story. And I know it's a true story because I'm going to give you another link of a video that was made 3 years earlier before he made the Advancement Center by a group of other white people. Paul Walker, the dude that died. Paul Walker, the dude that died. His girl, she was a I forgot, but she went on one of the ayahuasca trips, and they did it in Peru with a guy named Freddie Puma. Y'all can look him up. He's a shaman. That's who I want to link with. But they did theirs out in the woods, in the mountains, hiking and shit like that. And they really, they transformed their lives. Like, literally, I'm not saying that it's because of the ayahuasca. What I'm saying is the ayahuasca enhanced it broke down years of, see, your mind is, like I just told you, you have to do a paradigm shift to understand certain things. Your subconscious is already programmed to be fucked up, to have all these hang-ups, to have all these doors, to have all these walls up and shit like that. Childhood bullshit that you carrying around. You're going up a cliff, bruh, carrying a stove, microwave, bikes, chairs, tables. You walking around trying to, on a journey to get better to the top of the mountain. Let's just say the top of the mountain represents the better you. How in the hell are you going to get up to the top? How? You can get there now, but you're going to be so motherfucking exhausted, and you're going to miss the whole point. You're going to miss the whole point of, of you trying to get better and be better. You're going to miss the whole point. Because you're carrying stoves and all kind of shit. Ayahuasca kind of takes away the stove, the microwave, all that. It frees you up and opens your mind to where you can actually get to the part where you're actually going to heal and you're receptive to all this shit that you're going to see. Like the things that he was enlightened on in that video, because I just told y'all a brief summary. But he was enlightened on a lot of things during that time when he was talking to the moon. And it made him understand. But without the ayahuasca, he would have been like, oh, this is a crock of shit. Like the moon couldn't have came to him with his mind closed, if that makes sense. You're going to be looking like, that's the devil, or whatever your mind, whatever you grew up believing, these are the doors that you have. There's doors going up to that you have shut. And you got to open them doors. You got to open your mind up to be able to even receive all of this shit that you think that you know. Like Aaliyah says in her song, you may not be in the mood to learn what you think you know. Ayahuasca puts you in the mood. Because you think you know some shit, but you don't know shit. How about that? And you live in a lie. How about that? How about half of your ancestors died living a lie? How about that? How about those apples? My grandparents both died in relationships that they no longer were. They were just in relationships. My grandmother is a white woman. She hated my grandfather. and wasn't even prejudiced, and he was. He was prejudiced and she wasn't. But they were together, and he was abusive and he was cheating on her all the time, all that. But they stayed together. And she felt this big. She ain't had nothing going for herself. She ain't feel good. Then you got my mama, and then she carried me. So all this shit rubs off on me. I don't want that shit. I'm carrying stoves and microwaves. I don't want that shit. I'm about to leave that shit somewhere. Okay? I'm dropping burdens and picking up blessings. Okay? And this shit is bigger than Nino Brown. And for all the motherfuckers that think it's not, well, good luck to you. But I just wanted to enlighten you, and I wanted to help you to see something that maybe you didn't see before. Okay? So let's try to stay out of the lie and live in our truth and align with source and really love ourselves. Because once you love yourself, you can really, really love somebody else. And half stepping, bringing somebody with your bullshit, like, it's not even right. It's wrong. And it doesn't have to be a falling out. It just needs to know that the energy is not aligned. So, just take a minute, take a second, just evaluate what's going on, like without the words. Just without the words. Signing off. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all.